This has never been so important. If you're going to hold a controversial opinion on a topic, you need to have your sources lined up like ducks in a row. This has been the case the entire time you've been alive, which is if you're going to have an opinion on something, you should be able to back it up. And you should be able to back it up with your words, your actions, and your sources. One thing that is very easily missed now is that you can develop an opinion quickly on social media. If you're on Twitter, you will develop opinions based on the things that you read, and you will not even realize you're developing the opinions. That's because when we read something, we look at it from the point of someone is telling us like an expert. So you're conditioned in school so that when you listen to someone, you think they're the teacher. And so you read something online and you think the teacher is telling me such and such. And you take that on as your opinion, regardless of whether or not you agree with it. You take it on to a lesser degree if you don't agree with it, but you still take it on. And if you see something enough times, even if you don't agree with it, you will slowly conform. You've all seen the phrase, or you've all heard the phrase, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you see an opinion which conflicts with your current belief enough times, eventually you will take that on as your own opinion. And you can say, no. Each time I hear it, I will just get stronger at fighting it. Maybe. But if you hear it enough times, in enough ways, and from enough people, you will eventually take that on as your own opinion. But that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm saying if you want to have a controversial opinion, an opinion which if you say it out loud in front of your friends, gets weird looks from your friends, or you say it in front of your family, gets weird looks from your family, or you say it in front of your loved one, and it causes a problem in your relationship, you need to be able to back that up with the sources which validate it as true. Incontrovertible sources. You need to be able to say with evidence, this is why you hold this belief. Why is that? That's because right now you can be attacked for having beliefs, and the people attacking you do not have to give any justification as to why they're attacking you. You see this slander in newspapers, you see slander, newspaper story gets printed, such and such is accused of doing this. By the time that news story is out, the damage is done, because in people's minds, people do not go deeper than what they're reading. I'm guilty of this. I'm not saying I am above this. I'm guilty of this. This is human nature at its core. You read a headline, such and such is accused of such and such. In your mind, it's true. And so if you hold an opinion on something, you need to be able to back it up with the data. And why is it important to go and look up the data? And it's so important because if you do not go and search this out yourself and research it, you will fall victim to taking surface level opinions as your core beliefs. I'm guilty of this. You take surface level opinion from people online. There is so much information, and you bring it into your core being. And then you spout it off in conversation with someone else. And words like arrows, once they're flung, they're gone. You can't take an arrow back once you've sent it off into the atmosphere. You need to be able to back up your sources. If you say something, you need to be able to back it up. And this will help you not say stupid stuff. Because if you know you have to back up what you're saying, everything that you read online, you will then think, okay, I need to check this for myself before I take it as fact.